Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we connect the dots between corporate filings and real-world consequences. Today we're diving into a filing from Southland Holdings Inc. And let's just say things took an unexpected turn in a Washington state court that could have some serious ripple effects. Alright, so this is an 8K filing, which means something significant happened that the company needs to tell investors about right away. This report is for Southland Holdings Inc. and it's all about an event that happened on the 15th of January of 2026. Before we get to the main event, let's quickly look at what Southland Holdings Inc. is all about. They have common stock, the basic ownership pieces of a company, and they also have these redeemable warrants. Think of warrants like options. People can buy shares of the company later at a set price, which in this case is $11.5 per S-share. These are pretty standard things for a company like this to have traded on the nice American LLC. Also, it looks like Southland Holdings Inc. is considered an emerging growth company. This means they get to follow some slightly different rules, especially around financial reporting. They have elected not to use the extended transition period for complying with new or revised financial accounting standards, meaning they are keeping up with the latest accounting rules. Now let's get to the big news in this filing. The main point here is under other events. It turns out one of Southland Holdings Inc.'s main subsidiaries, American Bridge Company, which is American Bridge, has received some really bad news from a court. This whole situation stems from work American Bridge Company did on the Washington State Convention Center. So, a court in Washington State on the 15th of January of 2026 made a decision, and guess what? They ruled against American Bridge Company. Not only that, but they ordered American Bridge Company and its guarantors, which are like insurance for the project, to pay a whopping $57 million. That's a huge amount of money. Now, American Bridge Company isn't taking this lying down. They strongly disagree with the judge's decision. They think the court got it wrong and that the ruling isn't based on the law or the facts that were shown during the trial. Because they feel so strongly, American Bridge Company plans to appeal this decision. They are going to try and get the ruling overturned. But, and this is a big but, the company itself admits there are no guarantees this appeal will work out. They're going to fight it hard, but it's still very much up in the air whether they'll win. This means that $57 million judgment is a very real and serious threat right now. Dealing with a $57 million judgment is not just a legal battle, it's also a financial one. Southland Holdings Inc. is now talking with their lenders, specifically Culloden Commercial Finance, LLC, about how this bad ruling could affect their existing loan agreements. This is critical because a large unexpected payment like this could put their loan obligations in jeopardy. They are also doing a deep dive into what this means for their company's books, their financial statements, and how they report their earnings. This event could force them to make significant changes to how they present their financial health to the public. The report itself is dated the 22nd of January 2026, signed by Frank S. Render, who is the President and Chief Executive Officer of Southland Holdings Inc. So, what does all of this mean for Southland Holdings Inc.? The company is facing a massive financial blow from this lawsuit, while they are planning to fight it. The uncertainty is a major risk. This $57 million judgment could strain their finances, affect their ability to borrow money, and impact their overall operations. They are also having to scramble to figure out the financial reporting side of things, which can be complex and unsettling for investors. The key takeaway here is that there is a significant legal and financial challenge ahead for Southland Holdings Inc. and its subsidiary American Bridge Company. Investors will be watching very closely to see how they navigate this. This filing shows a company dealing with a major unexpected problem that could have long-term consequences. We will continue to monitor this as it unfolds. Alright, that is our breakdown of this Southland Holdings Inc. filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.